Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Connection Corner. I am Barb Nangle, and I am the community manager of Known Coworking. In a moment, I'm going to welcome Quan Grant, our guest today, who's going to talk about finding your styling through men's fashion. But before I introduce him, though, I do want to share a little bit about Known Coworking. It's a dynamic co-working community to connect people across their fields of expertise, endeavors, and experiences. And though we started as a co-working space in downtown New Haven and are still the only co-working space in downtown New Haven, we moved our community to the virtual world once quarantine hit. And what resulted was three virtual programs of which this is one. As a reminder, Known Coworking has hourly, daily, weekly, and monthly plans for dedicated desks and offices. And we also have conference rooms and Zoom rooms that are available for as short as 1 hour. If you'd like to know more about the space, feel free to email me, barb@knowncoworking.com. You can also check us out on nhvknown.com, or you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and we're at Known Coworking, and you can direct message us there. I mentioned that we moved our community online when the pandemic arrived, and as a result, we now have three virtual programs. The first is Digital Media Sync. The second is this one, Connection Corner, formerly known Live, and we also have Pivot Talk. You can catch replays of all of our episodes of all of those shows under Known Live and Events on our website. Digital Media Sync is your window to the digital world. It airs every Tuesday at 8:30 and is hosted by Julia Googe. She's the social media maven of Agents of Branding. Pivot Talk is a virtual stage for businesses to share and learn as they grow. And this show, The Connection Corner, is a place for entrepreneurs, dreamers, artists, creators, thinkers, educators, and community members to share who they are, what they do, who they serve, and how. It airs approximately weekly at a time that's convenient for the guest. Next week, on Thursday, the 29th, on this show, we will have Sarah from the Honeybee Project. This is a project that brings beehives to community gardens and creates youth employment. If you or anyone you know would like to be featured on one of these shows, send me an email and we can talk about that. Again, it's barb@knowncoworking.com. Our purpose in both the physical and the virtual worlds is to make connections between people. We're here to help you get connected, inspired, and known. And at this point, I now want to bring on Quan Grant. Welcome so much, Quan. I'm so glad that you're here
Hey,
today. How
thank
about if
you.
we start with who you are and how you got started with men and why?
I am, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. Like, I really appreciate you, extending your platform to me.
Mm.
I am Quan Grant. I am a wardrobe consultant, and I am preparing to launch my business as a personal stylist, and I'm extremely excited about that. And yeah, I got my start from Men's Warehouse, working in fashion and retail, and now I'm doing management, and it just kind of sparked like a desire to want to reach out beyond the walls of Men's Warehouse and really help men of, the everyday man from all different backgrounds. So I'm excited.
Fantastic. So you said everyday man. What does that mean?
The everyday man to me is like the regular, guy, the non-celebrity. When people think of celebrities or stylists, think of celebrities, they think of supermodels, and I feel like those people have people that cater to them on a regular basis. So I want to be that service to the everyday man, the doctor, the lawyer, or the
Mm-hmm.
man that's just starting his business and kind of want to up his style and his fashion. I want to be that go-to guy for the everyday
Okay.
man.
And why do you want to do that?
Um, I feel like we all have a gift, and I feel like being able to put looks together is a gift of mine. And I
Hmm.
feel like with all of our gifts, we should empower people. And I know fashion has a way of building confidence. When you look good, you feel good. And
Mm-hmm.
I've worked with people that have lost loved ones and had to style them and dress them for a funeral. And just seeing how just a little, you know, styling can make someone feel good even in difficult moments. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So yeah, stuff like that inspires me.
Yeah. So helping other people feel good about themselves and build confidence and that sort of thing is really what you do
Absolutely.
it. That's
Absolutely. Because I wasn't always the most confident person. And I
fantastic.
feel like still to this day, I'm trying to build confidence and learning how to
Hmm.
be confident. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally get it. And maybe we can, if there's time, we can talk a little bit about my story
Okay.
with fashion. So I have a bunch of questions I want to ask you, but like right from the get-go, I want to know if you have any styling tips right from the get-go that our audience can use right away, whether it's men or women.
Styling tips. I would say fit is everything to me. You know, make sure your clothes fit because you can have
Mhm,
on a high quality designer name brand, but if the fit is sloppy, it just doesn't even matter. So I would say make
mhm,
sure your clothes work for your body, make sure they complement your body.
mhm,
Everything that works for someone else may not work for you. However,
mhm,
I do believe there's something for all of us, you know. So it's
mhm.
about finding that and just, owning that with confidence.
Okay, love it. It needs to fit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me what your styling company will offer to to your clients. What do they get from
Like
working with you?
Yeah, like I was saying before, I am catering to the everyday man that work maybe just as hard as the celebrities, but don't like to shop or
Hmm.
don't care to shop. Because I meet a lot of guys like that just do not like to shop, and their wives
Hmm.
will come and be like, "Can you help me? Like find a look for him, or we're going out."
Hmm.
And so I want to be that for them. And uh, what was the other part of your question?
So it was, what is your styling company going to
Right,
offer to their clients? So clearly you'll do some shopping for them, but there must be
absolutely.
some method that you have for helping a guy figure out like what's his style, not Quan's style, but
Absolutely.
that guy's style. Like
Absolutely. And I'm glad you
what's that
said that.
process look like?
That's what
Yeah.
I wanted to pull out. My business is not about giving people style, you know what I mean? Or making Quan Grant clones, you know what I mean? And saying this is what you have to wear.
Mhm.
Um, I want to work with them and help them find their own style based
Mhm.
on their personality, things that they enjoy. My business will have consultations where we sit down and discuss like what would
Mhm.
you wear, what colors you wouldn't wear, things of
Mhm.
that nature, what type of music you like, and you know
Mhm.
what I mean. And I kind of work all those things into creating a look, so it's um like a mutual thing, like a
Yeah, so
together thing.
almost like it sounds like almost like maybe a personality assessment to see, like some guys are going to be like, bam, with the bold colors, and other guys are going to be like, nope, I need to wear muted, and I want to be
Absolutely,
noticed, or I want to be in the background, that sort of thing. Okay,
absolutely. And for
so
different events, requires different
okay,
looks.
okay, so you're going to do some kind of a consultation to get a personality assessment to help them figure out what their style is. If they want and
Absolutely.
need it, you'll help them do shopping. If they want and need it, you'll
Uh-huh.
help them get dressed for a particular event. Okay.
Absolutely.
And
Yep.
how about like building a wardrobe? Do you do that sort of thing too?
Absolutely. I definitely do that. I believe in having your basic essential pieces.
Okay.
Versatility, I think, is key with building a wardrobe. Sometimes when you think, oh, I want to start a wardrobe, we want to go big and we want to be bold and bright colors. But I think you start with those basic colors, like you said, muted colors, things that you
Mm-hmm.
can get like multiple wears out of.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you start there and then you build, You want to be able
Okay.
to mismatch and play around with your look until you get like enough clothes in your wardrobe.
Right. So I know you mentioned basics of the wardrobe, and I did want to talk about that later, but since you brought it up, let's talk about that now.
Yeah.
So I'm aware of like what the basic components, like what most women need to have, but I got no idea what that is for men. So what are some basics that like every guy should have in his wardrobe?
Absolutely. I think every guy should at least have one suit.
Mm-hmm.
Based on your work, you may need multiple suits. I think you should definitely start with maybe a charcoal gray, something dark, because you may have to, dress for a funeral or something like that. You want to be able to have something that you can wear to interview. So I think a dark, maybe charcoal gray or navy blue suit is something you should start with. We're also going into the fall, so I feel like you should have maybe your nice sweaters. I think every man should have a dark pair of jeans. Dark jeans you
Mhm.
can dress up or you can dress down. The same
Mhm.
thing with black jeans. No fade,
Mhm.
no fade in the black jeans, but something you can kind of
Mhm.
dress up or dress down. Like I said, versatility I think is key when you're
Mhm.
building your wardrobe. Brown shoes.
Mhm.
I have black shoes. I have all different color shoes, but I feel like I wear my brown shoes the most because it's the
Mhm.
most versatile.
Mhm.
Um, I think an overcoat always makes your wardrobe look that much better. You could wear a nice turtleneck sweater, some dark jeans, a nice
Mhm.
cap toe shoe, maybe brown, and put an overcoat on, and you look like $1,000,000.
Mhm.
So,
What about a guy who normally wears jeans and t-shirts every day? What would
hmm
you recommend for him?
again, that's if that's what you wear and that's what you like. I think the key to that is fit. A good quality t-shirt. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If you're gonna do a white t-shirt, some nice dark jeans. Make sure the
Mhm.
fit is good. Make sure you know you look presentable.
Mhm. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Fantastic. So, tell me about who would be an ideal client for you. Like, what is the guy like? What's he looking for? What is he not
The
like?
ideal client.
Mhm.
Um, Open to creativity. Um, Open to trying new things.
Mhm.
I do like a client that kind of knows what he likes. That does
Okay.
help. Um, and just willing to
Your
try different
shirt's really
things.
popular today, by the way. We've gotten two
What?
comments about your shirt. We had
Oh,
Hugo said Quan is really rocking the shirt, and then I'm guessing that this is Rick from Creative. It says, "Yeah, loving his shirt too."
oh, thank you. I just got this today, just for you guys.
Oh, nice. Well, it worked.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to
Thank
interrupt you. I
you.
just felt like I had to share.
No, I appreciate that. I needed that.
So back to like some qualities of a guy who would be your ideal client. So somebody who knows what he likes is much more easy to
Yeah.
work with than somebody who doesn't.
Or
You
like
did mention.
if you even if you don't, I think it's fine just being open to,
Mhm,
me being able to, kind of consult you and kind of,
mhm.
tell you, what works for you, what doesn't work for your body and stuff like that. And
Okay,
I think you'll be fine. I think that's the
okay.
ideal client.
So one of the things you mentioned was shopping. So I'm a guy, I hate shopping. Do you go shopping for me or do you go shopping with me?
Say that one more time. You said for you
So I'm a
or
guy, I hate shopping. Okay. Does Quan go shopping for me or does Quan go shopping with me?
I go shopping for you. I prefer going shopping alone, get in my zone,
Hmm.
and then I'll present all the looks at a fitting, and you can tell me what you like, what you don't like, what we want to keep, what we want to return, and go through that whole process.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, I'm a logistics person. How does that work? Do you buy all the things from the store, you bring it to their home and they try them on and then you return them? Do you bring them to the store after you've done the show? Like how does that work?
Yes, I will buy the clothes, bring them to the wherever we're doing the fitting. I am still waiting to have my own space, which I'm really excited about, that I can work out of. But yes, I will bring them to the client, and whatever they don't like, I will bring back to the store. So it saves them
Okay.
all the extra stuff of shopping, the returns,
Nice.
everything. You know
Nice.
what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So then are they paying you a specific fee or are they paying you a percentage of the clothing or do you like how does all that work?
I'm glad you asked that. I'm still figuring that part out.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm preparing to officially launch. But how it's going to work so far is I'm working based on their budget. So if they say they have hey, I'm going to a work party and I have a $300 budget or I have a
Hmm.
$500 budget, I
Hmm.
need you to get me a look, within this range. They will pay
Hmm.
that, for the clothes.
Hmm.
I would not, I would not go over that budget,
Hmm.
and they will pay me a service fee for
Okay.
my styling, for my
Okay,
services.
you're still figuring that out.
Because
Okay, good to know. Good to
yeah,
know. And so you mentioned a place to work, and I have to mention known co-working. So I think, and that is actually how we met because you were inquiring about the space. And I
yep,
think that somebody like you known co-working is the ideal space. One, because you can rent space for a specific period of time. So you could say,
Mm-hmm.
I want a dedicated desk, or I need a conference room for 2 hours on this day, that
Right,
kind of
right,
thing. And it's especially helpful for people who are either co-working because they're tired of working at home and they need to get out regularly, or they're starting a
right,
new business and they don't need a place every single day, or they can't afford a place every single day. But
right,
what's really
right.
great about co-working places is I call it cross pollination. Like, you never know who you're going to meet
Uh-huh.
there. And I mean,
Right.
that would be so cool if you were styling somebody at Known and then they could come out and show the outfits to the people that were there and get votes from the crowd. Like, oh my God, that would be fantastic. So I just want
I
to
like
give
the
a,
way that sounds.
yeah, I want to give a plug for
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. We'll
Okay,
talk
let's see.
more.
So, all right, let's see. We got a question here. Would you be willing or able to work with someone who needs help finding their unique style for work? And would you be able to help build out a capsule wardrobe? I don't know what capsule wardrobe is, but maybe you do.
I'm not sure what that is either.
Okay.
Um, absolutely. I'm willing to work with someone who is, open to, discover their style, and I'm open to any man that is looking to, like I said before, just like step up their style or find their style. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. I'm ready.
Yeah. So one of the things you mentioned early in the conversation was when people want to kind of step up their game. So maybe
Yeah.
that means that they want to get promoted at work. They want to
Right.
actually go to the next level at an entirely different employer. They want to start dating a higher caliber of partners, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, what are the kind of conversations you find yourself having with those guys who want to like step up their game? What are they
hmm
telling you? What are you asking them? What are you hearing from those guys?
Um, Guys that want to step up their game, I would say, based on, their position, what I mean, at
Mhm,
work. Maybe they got a
mhm,
new job and you just want to feel good. And like I said, when you feel good, when you look good, you feel good. And for me, it
mhm,
makes me work better. It makes me more excited about the
mhm,
day. So
mhm,
with me, I feel like conversation is just like, how do you want to feel? You know what I mean? What
mhm,
do you want to look like? I always say, be the person you want to be now. If it's an
mhm,
artist, if it's a businessman, if it's whoever that you're trying to be that person now. Look like that person, feel like that person. So I'm giving
mhm,
them pointers on how to look and feel like the person they want to become. And what do they like? What type of fits they like? What type of clothes they like? What type of style does their job require? Do you have to be in a
mhm.
suit? Are you trying to do more of the dressy casual look? Are you looking for something every day? Like, where are
Mhm.
we starting from? So we go
Right.
that's more like, what the conversation is like with the client.
Okay, fantastic. We've got another question from, I'm going to say Algian. I apologize if I'm butchering your name there, but they want to know, do you have any advice for choosing the right color when it comes to ties? And then kind regards from Ecuador. So we have somebody from calling in from Ecuador. That's amazing.
Woo! That's what's
Woohoo!
up.
We're
Shout out
international.
to
Look at
them.
you, Quan. You're international.
Tie colors. Yes, I would say if you're going for a job interview, you might want to do like some power colors. I call them power colors: blue, your reds, or maybe a yellow, maybe a stripe. I think stripe always gives off that business look.
Mhm,
Maybe something solid, nothing too busy,
mhm,
but like a bold, solid tie always makes you stand out and kind of makes you memorable as well.
mhm,
But if you're going to a party, I love a good printed tie. I love paisley ties. I love floral print ties. You're going to a
mhm.
wedding, something like that, you can have a little bit more fun. I think ties is a great way to kind of express your personality. That's where
Yeah.
you can have fun. You can have a basic suit on, but a really cool tie, fun, happy socks, and just make the look pop like that.
Yeah, and so you mentioned good quality t-shirts earlier, and I want to ask about good quality ties because I know that there's a huge range. Like, how
hmm
important do you think the quality of your tie is?
Um, I think it's important if you have to, especially if you have to wear it often. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You want something that's gonna last. You know what I mean? Even with
Mhm.
my suits, like if I'm gonna invest in a suit, I want good quality suits because I know I'm gonna wear them often, and
Mhm.
I want them to last as long as they possibly can. And
Mhm.
the same with ties. However, I like playing with patterns, and so I'll do a polyester tie if it's a cool print, or I don't mind a silk tie. You know what I mean? Those could be a little bit more pricey. So it's all about what you like. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Okay. So,
Yeah.
when you just said that, it led me to another question I want to ask you, which is, like what I feel like as I matured, that I started to understand I would rather have one high quality piece that lasts than
Yeah.
five low quality pieces that I have to replace, year
It's
after
super
year. Like,
annoying.
what is your thinking about that? Like, how we choose? I'm guessing like those high quality pieces are the foundation of the wardrobe.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I like if I'm gonna splurge on anything, excuse me, it will be a suit and shoes. Like those are things I don't like to like play around with. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Um,
Suit and shoes. Okay.
a good quality suit, jeans.
Hmm.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You want a good quality pair of jeans that's gonna last you, but definitely shoes. Especially if you're gonna wear them all the time. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? You want something that's gonna last.
Yeah. Speaking of shoes, I gotta tell you, when I was a kid, my dad, one of my jobs was to polish my dad's shoes.
Oh
He had been in
wow.
the Air Force, and so he had this stuff that was called spit shine that you would actually, after
Oh
you
wow.
polish the shoe, you would let the polish dry, and then you would do the spit shine. And
Hmm.
so I cannot stand when my shoes get all scuffed up in the front. It's just a thing that I have because it was my job as a kid. So, could you just say something to the guys about polishing the damn shoes?
Yes, take care of your shoes. Women definitely look at men's shoes. You know what I mean? It says a lot about the man,
Mhm.
by the way he keeps up with
Hello,
his.
men look at men's shoes too. That let's, I
Yes,
mean,
exactly, exactly, exactly. And it says a lot about the person, you know what I mean, based on how you take care of your shoes.
hmm.
Um, yes, take care of them. It doesn't hurt to every now and then clean your sneakers or shine your shoes. They make
Hmm.
products for that.
Hmm.
It'll save you money on having to buy multiple pairs of shoes. So
Right.
yes, take care of your things.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always
And
say
you can
that.
buy
I
shoe
always
polish
say that.
at the grocery store.
You
You
can,
know,
and they make shoe polish now where you don't even need all the extra, the brush and everything. You can, it's literally
what?
like a sponge. It has like the shine stuff in it already, and you can just buff
All
your
right, I
shoes
need to
out.
get some of that. Yeah, I need to get some of that. And then waterproofing, like I waterproof my shoes at the beginning of every single winter too. Do you have
Yep.
any thoughts about that?
I haven't, but at my job we
Okay.
sell like I think they're called tinglies, where you could kind of put the rubber thingy over your shoes and kind of protect your shoes. I think that's kind of
Oh,
cool.
but come on, how does that look? If you waterproof
Right.
them, then you don't need to wear those.
That's true. That's true.
All right. So, I asked you about who was an ideal client for you. Who's the kind of guy that you feel like, yeah, he probably wouldn't be the right person to work with him? Like, what might? So you mentioned like obviously, you're looking for the everyday guy, not the celebrity guy. Um,
Yeah.
who would be someone that you're like, yeah, I feel like we probably wouldn't be the right fit. Have you come across anybody like that yet?
Uh, kind of. It's
Okay.
the person that um I don't know. I wouldn't say that there's a person that I wouldn't want to work with because I feel like there's people that have been difficult in the past, but I still find a way to be able to work with them. Sometimes you got the arrogant guy that just thinks he know everything. They tell you, "No, I'm a 36 pant," and then you give them the 36 pant just because they think they're a 36 pant,
Yeah.
and then they can't fit it. And I'm like, "Yeah, I told you." So it's just like listen, be able
Yeah.
to listen and
Okay.
follow directions. You know what I mean? And then we
Okay.
can find a happy medium, and I think we can work peacefully together.
Okay. Well, I do have some more questions, but we also have some pictures we want to share. Would you like to go to the pictures, or do you want to keep doing the questions and do the pictures at the end? How do you want to? You tell me.
We could do the pictures at the end. I'll
Okay.
take
All
another
right.
question if you have one.
So, let's see. Who are some fashion icons that inspire you?
Tyson Beckford, who's legendary. John Legend. David Thomas is his stylist, and he always
Okay.
like keeps John Legend looking amazing.
Uh-huh.
Common, um, Dapper Dan, Misa Hilton, P Diddy, and I'm inspired by becoming fashion icons, even the ones on Instagram, like this guy
Okay.
Callie from Bermuda. He's really cool, fashionable, and yeah, I'm always
Awesome.
inspired by different
That's
people.
fantastic. And how do you
Yeah.
stay inspired?
Um, well, I usually get to travel. It's been difficult now during these times.
Of course.
Um, but TV, Instagram, I'm inspired by colors and different things that I see. I'm a visual person, and
Mm-hmm.
I like being able to uh, envision something and bring it to life. So that's always cool. And I'm just constantly learning on YouTube. I don't feel like I know everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to be creative and find new creative ways to express fashion. So yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hmm.
I was going to ask about style advice that you live by, and you've already said about the versatility thing and having foundational garments, I guess I'll call them. Are there other pieces of style advice that you live by?
Um, I said the fit already,
Mhm. Oh,
and
yeah, fit. Yeah.
just making. I think you just can't think you can get away with everything that everyone else can. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna get into the pictures, and I have short legs, so I can't wear the like really cool long, like flowy type slacks. They make my
Right.
legs look even shorter.
Right. Or a long
So
jacket
just
too
be
would make your legs look shorter.
right,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay.
exactly. So just knowing
Okay.
those little things, just knowing your
Hmm.
body.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, like for women, they ask you, do you have an apple shape, a pear shape, a hourglass shape, whatever, and then you can like find, pieces of clothing for that. But I don't know
Yeah.
like what's the equivalent for a man. Do they say those same things
The
that
same
like they
thing.
have
I
like
never, yeah, yeah, we have the same
okay,
thing. I just never got into it. I just
okay,
say know your
gotcha.
body, try
Okay.
things on, see what works for you, what doesn't work for you.
Okay. So one of the
Hmm.
things that I know that women struggle with, so my guess is the same issue happens for men, is how to like make the switch from work to casual or back and forth. So let's say you're at work for the day, and I know that this doesn't necessarily apply right now in quarantine. It does for some people, but most of us it doesn't. So
Right.
you're at work all day, you don't have time to go home to change entirely, but you want to go out and you want to be a little bit more casual, or
Okay.
you're out doing something casual and then you have a date that night, but you don't have time to go home. Like, what are some tips that you have for how to convert your wardrobe rather quickly without doing a complete changeover, whether it's from casual to
Yeah.
dress or dress to casual?
Yeah. Um, well, that's why I say like I think it's important to have like the dark jeans and stuff that you could kind of dress up or dress down.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say your job requires you to be in a suit, like my job.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a nice navy blazer and some dark jeans. A turtleneck always, can
Mm-hmm.
make, something still be dressy, but also on the casual side as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe keep some casual shoes in the car. Um, Something like that for a quick change, just to kind of switch it up, take the tie off, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, do something like that, or just take the tie off and then have the jeans on and keep the blazer, something like that.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
in this environment where people are on Zoom all the time, and we're just like from here up. Any thoughts about like do's and don'ts, that sort of thing? Have you come across anything that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that that's happening?
Don't stand up if you're not fully dressed.
I was at a meeting a few weeks ago with this team that I work with, and the guy,
Yeah.
he was the director of the project, so he can do whatever he wanted. And we were joking
Yeah.
around about that, about
Hmm.
having his bathing suit on, and he stood up and he really had a bathing suit on underneath his dress shirt. He was like, "I'm going in the
Yeah.
pool after this," so it was pretty funny. But we had talked about it, and like he was in charge, so
Yeah.
he could do that. But
That's super funny.
okay, yeah,
I say
good, good.
dress, dress, even if they can't see
Yeah,
you, dressed from head to toe. I knew you would see me from the waist
Mhm.
up, but I have
Yeah,
jeans on, I have
yeah,
sneakers on and everything.
yeah,
So just get
yeah.
dressed.
Well, one of the things that I have done since the very beginning of quarantine is I act just like I was going to the office. I have gotten completely dressed. I think there's been one day in the entire time, including weekends, that I have not worn makeup because I'm like,
Yeah.
I want life to be as the same as possible. And you started off by talking about what dressing well does for our confidence. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
if other people see you or not. I personally
That's
think
right.
get dressed the way that
For
you want
you.
other people to see you, even
That's
if they're not
right.
going to see your entire body. So, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, how
I
about if
agree
we
with that.
go into the pictures now? And I
Okay.
want to, I'm going to try to do this as elegantly as I possibly can. We tested this out before, and it didn't really
Okay.
go as smoothly as I wanted. So, I'm going to do entire screen, and then I'm going to go to the pictures. So,
Okay.
I can't see what you're seeing. Can you see that picture of you,
Yeah, I
Quan?
can see.
Okay,
Yes, I'm in
so
a gray
tell me
suit.
about the pictures and tell me when you're ready to have me
Um,
move on to the next one.
okay. This is like a fun casual look. A lot of people like this look. It's very simple. A
Mhm,
nice white t-shirt. I believe it's a
mhm,
V-neck t-shirt.
mhm,
It's a checker print suit. I paired it with sneakers. Those are New Balance sneakers. I had the red
mhm,
pocket square to match like
mhm,
some of the red that was in the sneakers. And it's just
mhm,
like a cool casual look. And again,
mhm,
you can dress that suit up and you could dress it down. So that
mhm.
was one of my favorite looks. One of my favorite looks.
Yeah, I have to say, I love that you got the t-shirt and the sneakers with the suit. It's a nice
Thank you.
in between because it's kind of both casual and dressy. And if
Yep.
you took the jacket
Yep.
off, majorly different. And if you switch the shoe, like
Yep.
there's so much you could do with this. And I really love like the little pop
Absolutely.
of the red on the sneaker and
Thank you.
the handkerchief. That looks great. Love
Thank
it.
you. And
And
everyone can do
also
this look. It's easy.
love the pose. One of the things I said to
Thank
him
you.
was, "Who's your photographer?" When I saw these pictures, because I really like this is such a regular dude pose. You know, it's like you're like it's
Thank
not like
you.
I'm posing for pictures to get my wardrobe taken. It's I'm walking down the street and somebody happened to snap a picture of me. I want to know what do
Thank
I
you.
look like walking down the street, and we've got that here. I love that.
Thank you. I
Should we go to the
appreciate
next
that.
one?
Thank you. Absolutely. This is another one of my favorite looks. I call this my highlighter suit because it's so like bold and bright.
Yeah,
It
it
just
does
makes
look
me
like a
feel
blue
like real.
highlighter. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just makes me feel like really good. This is great for the summer. Again, paired with some white sneakers,
Uh huh.
and a white collar shirt. Well, it's
Mhm,
more like a polo shirt, white polo shirt,
mhm, mhm.
and the suit is so bold. I feel like it didn't require a lot. The pattern
Yep.
inside is really fun too. It's like different colors, so it's great for the summer. It just makes you feel alive and just like
Mhm.
it
Absolutely.
just opens up everyone's eyes when they see it.
Okay, so it looks to me like you might not be wearing socks in this photo. Is that correct?
I have no show socks on, no show,
Oh, no show socks. Okay,
so you
so
can't
we
see the
haven't talked
socks.
about
Yeah.
men's socks. I want to take a moment to
Okay.
talk about men's socks. What are your thoughts about socks for men?
I love socks. My friends can tell you. I have all different color pattern socks. Um, I feel like I said before, like the tie and the socks are like a great way for you to be able to express your personality.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm,
not one of those fashion dudes that feel like, I follow rules. I feel like there's no rules in fashion. You know what I mean?
mhm,
Unless you're working the job and it requires a certain look and stuff like that.
mhm, mhm,
But if you're able to have fun with your look, I think socks is like
mhm,
the coolest way to kind of, show your personality.
mhm.
And it
Yeah.
should complement what you're wearing.
Yeah, I remember, I can't even think of who this guy is, but I used to work with a guy who had to wear a suit every day and he hated it. And like the freedom that he
Yeah.
gave himself was the socks. And you never knew it. And like he pulled up his pant leg and he had these like crazy wild socks. They were like, dude, really? Like that's you? And he's
Right.
like, every day, you know, he did that sort of
I
thing.
love it.
So I just
I
know that
love
there's
it.
some guys who are like super into socks. And then there's other guys that like,
Yeah,
they find a
I
sock
am.
they like and they buy like 20 pairs of the same sock so that they don't ever have
Right.
to think about socks again.
Yep. And when you
All
have to be so conservative for work, it's fun to be able to just have a little something that's like, oh, I'm
right.
a rebel. I got my
Yeah,
cool
yeah,
socks
yeah.
on. Like you can't tell me to change my socks.
Okay, this is a
um,
cool pick and a very cool look.
Thank you.
Love this.
This was fun. This shout out to Eddie Daniels. He's the photographer that did this shoot.
Okay.
This was a really cool look that I pieced together with the white and black leather jacket. This
Love
kind of
it.
reminded me of like the 90s, like the boy bands when they would kind of
Okay.
have like the
Yeah.
matching like clothes on.
Uh-huh.
Remind me of like a bad boy, P. Diddy type look. I don't know. That was really fun. Paired with some sunglasses and some Chuck Taylors, the
Hmm.
ripped jeans. Just made it was like edgy. It was cool.
Yeah. Is it the black t-shirt you have on?
A black t-shirt. Yep.
Yeah.
Really
And are
simple.
you a fan of the t-shirts with the pockets or not pockets? Do you care?
I hate t-shirts with pockets.
Oh, you do. I knew
I
you would have
do.
an opinion about that. What is
I
it
do.
about t-shirts
I
with
don't
pockets that
know. I
it's
don't even
probably
know
because
what
it's
it
just not
is.
smooth,
It's like it's
Yeah.
absolutely.
All
Even
right.
with my dress shirts. I don't care for like pockets on my dress shirts.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I
Interesting.
feel like it should just
I gotta
lay
ask you
flat
about the
and just
ripped
be
jeans. When is it okay to wear ripped jeans and when is it not okay to wear ripped jeans?
um I think maybe summertime ripped jeans are acceptable. If you're like me, I'm a singer too, so on stage it's cool. It's a cool look on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Probably don't want to wear ripped jeans to church. Probably don't want to wear ripped jeans to work, maybe, depending
Mm-hmm.
on what you do for work.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
All right. So what kind of music do you sing?
I am a Christian artist. I like inspirational music, but
Nice.
I love all genres of music, so I dibble and dabble in all types of music.
Very cool.
I love everyone from Aaron Clark Shear, gospel singer Faith Evans, to Coldplay, to Rascal Flatts, like indie artists. Like
Okay.
I love music, period, all across the board.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Tell us about this look.
This is something I recently did. Just like the highlighter suit, I call it that. This is a paisley and gray suit. That's the name of the brand. Paisley and gray is a really fun, modern uh, designer,
Mm-hmm.
and this is like a cool pattern suit paired with a yellow T-shirt. I love hats, and
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was like a fun, laid back look. That didn't take a lot of effort, but it, comes off very stylish.
Yeah, yeah. And I can see how this would look dramatically different if you had a different color shirt, like especially a darker colored or a much
Right.
more muted color shirt, like radically
Mm-hmm.
different outfit.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. So you could tone it down, you could dress it up. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yikes.
you sent me some hit or miss pictures. So tell me what this one is one of the hit or miss. I don't know what that means. So you tell me.
This is the miss. I
Okay.
thought it was cool in my head. I had to perform somewhere, and this is what I chose to wear. I do like the color combination together.
Mm-hmm.
The tan pants and the navy blazer, the white t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I have um, the lapel pin on it as well. But these are the wide pants I was talking about.
Yeah, I was thinking the
So they
pants are
make my
not working here. Yeah.
yeah, they make my legs look really, really short. It's just not flattering.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me look not a good look for me. I can't
Okay.
pull that look off.
Okay. Good to know.
So
How
that's
about
a
this?
miss. This is back in high school when I was trying to be cool. Like this is knockoff Gucci and knockoff Gucci pants with a matching hat. Maybe it was cool in high school, but it's one of my I don't know. I just hate it's a
I think you
no.
got the
It's a
pants
no for me.
problem here too. That they definitely make your legs look shorter.
Exactly. They're
They like
super baggy.
yeah, yeah.
This look
They
should never ever ever come back in style. Baggy pants is that's out.
well, and because you talk like your first thing you said was fit, and that's the thing about baggy. And I
Yeah.
absolutely hear that. All right, what's going on here?
So here I have the same suit. It's a lavender suit, one of my favorite suits. Um, on the right is I paired it with brown shoes, and some
Mm-hmm.
people think brown goes with everything light, but not
Mm-hmm.
in this instance. Like I'm wearing the purple with the brown shoes. I hate it. After
Mm-hmm.
it felt good when I had it on. Like, oh, okay, this will work. But then when you take a picture, it's like, the brown shoes don't really work with that look.
Mm.
So
So
on the
I can tell
left,
the suit is lavender in the right picture. I don't think I would have pegged that if you hadn't said it, but in the left side, it looks gray.
oh yeah. It's definitely like a lavender. But the
Okay.
the
All
picture,
right.
that's a cell phone picture, so you can't really tell. But I
Okay.
paired it on the left with some Calvin Klein like casual gray shoes and white
Mm-hmm.
t-shirt, and it just made the look. I don't know. It just looks a lot better and cleaner and neater
Mm-hmm.
to me on the
Yeah.
left.
So I really like that t-shirt. What is the brand? Do you know the brand of the t-shirt?
I think that's Joseph Abu t-shirt, and it's like the
Okay.
liquid soft, so it's a really good t-shirt.
And what's
Yeah,
the like
really
price
smooth.
range of a t-shirt like that?
Um, I want to say like $30. It wasn't
Okay.
wasn't super expensive. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe
All
twenty
right.
bucks actually.
Okay. All right. What's going on here?
And here is on the left doing this is a case of doing too much. I have the sunglasses on. I have the lapel pin, but it's not on the lapel pin. I mean, on the actual lapel, it's on the blazer, which just looks silly. The pants are not tailored properly, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't care for that style of shoe with this
Mm-hmm.
suit. But on the left, the pants are tailored much better, better quality, better shoe that works
Mm-hmm.
best with this suit. And again, it just makes it look better, like neater
Mm-hmm.
and clean. You don't look sloppy.
Yeah, the pants are really evident that they're just too long on the right hand
Too long,
side.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
hmm
And so
And
speaking
like
of
for
tailoring,
guys, go ahead.
go ahead.
I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
No, I was
You
just gonna
can.
say guys like me who like to look a little leaner and taller. I like to get like a slight break on my pants, which is
Mhm,
not too long, and it
mhm,
just makes my legs look a little bit longer and just makes me
mhm,
look a little taller.
mhm. So for those guys who really don't like to shop and maybe they've never bought a suit before, the like my understanding is the expectation is you don't buy a suit off the rack. You get it tailored to your body, correct?
I agree. Yeah,
Okay. All
I
right.
tell people
So
that all the
most
time, and
yeah, most shops, like you've mentioned Men's Warehouse, they'll get you
mhm,
fitted, but then they'll tailor it to whatever, needs to so that it fits you properly, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, if you don't know, it's okay to say, "Hey, I don't know how this should fit." You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And get
Yeah.
help. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Rather than just trying to do a suit for the first time and just like going with whatever's on the rack. It just never works.
Mm-hmm. So this is one of the pictures you had sent me a few pictures of guys that you have styled. So tell us about this guy.
Yeah, this was a cool experience. This is David Harris, and he is a Grammy Award winning music producer. If you're familiar with R&B music, there's an R&B singer named Her, and he produced a lot of her music. And I had the privilege of putting him in a custom tuxedo by
Nice.
Joseph Abboud, and he wore it to the Grammys. So a piece of me was at the Grammys.
That is fantastic. Absolutely. Absolutely. All
So
right.
one of my favorite moments.
What's going
This
on
is
here?
my brother
Oh.
Steven. Yeah, this is my brother Steven. And I he agreed to have me style him for my portfolio. So this is him in a blue suit, and I just thought it was really sharp. I love the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like with this look, it's like I don't know. It just looks like he's ready to be on like a yacht somewhere and just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
vacationing somewhere
Yeah.
for
I can see a
a nice
lot of guys
upscale
saying though, like,
party.
I am not wearing a flower shirt. That's too feminine. What do you have to say to those guys?
What's that?
I said I can see a lot of guys saying, like, I am not wearing a flower shirt. That's just way too feminine. What would you say to those
Oh, well, some guys are not into the floral patterns. Floral is very trendy right now.
guys? Hmm.
For the gay man, the straight man.
Hmm.
My brother is homosexual, so he don't mind a good flower print, so it works out for him. And everything is not for everyone, like I said,
Right.
and
Okay.
there's always options to, you know, for something that works for you. And
All right. I think we got one more.
he looks great. This was a really casual look. This is Rodney, my cousin, and just this entire, well, not the shoes. This look came from H&M,
Mm-hmm.
um, and I think it was nice for like the transition from the summer into the fall. Like I love the burnt orange color
Mm-hmm.
with the matching shoes. It's
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
really nice look, and this is definitely for like if you want to transition from work to, like you were saying, date night or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be definitely
Yeah.
acceptable.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
looks really sharp. All right. Well, that's about all the time we
absolutely.
have,
Thank you.
Quan. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. Are there any last words that you want to share before we go? Any last things you want to say? Oh, you know what? I forgot
Mhm.
that I didn't put up your banner for how people can find you. So
Absolutely.
Quan can be found at I am Quan Grant on our various social media, and he said the best thing to do is to message him there. He's working on a website. Anything else you want to
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, the website. First of all, thank you for having me. Like, I really appreciate it. This is my first time talking exclusively about what's to come with me
Mm,
and in fashion. So I really appreciate that. From our first conversation, it's just been a blessing. So thank you for sharing your platform with me. Thank you to everyone that's
absolutely.
going to see this.
Yeah.
Yes, you can hit me up on Instagram at iamquangrant.com. The website is coming hopefully in the beginning of November. It's in the
Okay.
works right now, and yeah, just wish me luck, send me good vibes. I'm
Okay.
stepping out on a new adventure, and I'm
Okay.
really excited about it. And there's so much more about my business that I would like to share, but I don't want to share too soon. So
Right.
just know
Okay.
it's beyond fashion, you
Okay.
know. And this
Fantastic.
is going to be something I think that us guys can enjoy. You know, I feel
All
like
right.
women have hair salons and all kind of things. Like I feel like my company is going to be something for the men.
Good. Good for you. And I hope to be witnessing your growth as you go along. So I'm going to take you off
Thank you.
screen for a couple minutes while I do my close up, but I hope you'll stick around for a minute just so we can
Thank
just.
you.
All right. Thank you
Thank you.
again to Quan Grant. And before we go, everybody, I do want to say last few words. Thank you again to Quan. I want to remind you that even if you're watching the recording, go ahead and leave a comment if you're a question if you have one. We will make sure that it gets to Quan. I want to remind you that next week and every Tuesday at 8:30, Julia Goode will be hosting Digital Media Sync, which is your window to the digital world. If you want to know how to use any kind of social media, that's the place to learn it. And you can watch the recorded episodes on our website. And also on this show next week, Thursday at 10 o'clock, we have Sarah from the Honeybee Project, and she will be talking about that amazing project that brings beehives to community gardens and also creates youth employment. And again, don't forget to leave comments, even if you're watching the recording. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a fabulous day.